Did you know this about ADHD that if you have ADHD, that you are going to hear negative things? Because of that, you might experience, on average, somebody saying something negative to you 12 more times than the average person. Now, let's flip that, right? Let's say, okay, you don't experience that. And I know this is a hypothetical situation. I know that you may have gone through things already, but I'm just saying hypothetically that you hear positive words like 90% of the time, positive words about just everything. Even though you deal with the same things, even though you deal with ADHD and all the things that goes along with ADHD, instead of hearing the negative words, you hear positive words. How would that affect your life? How would those words help you if you just heard positive words all the time instead of all the negative words? Matter of fact, words have power, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. What I'm going to show you is that it's not just about positive affirmations, it's about the power of words themselves. So, the first thing that you need to know about words is that they have an effect. Now, when you see, if you've ever been to like or ever seen like an award show, right? You see the award show and you see two things at the award show. They'll get up for the award, whoever is accepting the award, they'll say, I thank my parents because they always believed in me. They always said I would succeed. They always said I could do anything. I'm here. I've made it, and it's all because of them. If they were not there, then I wouldn't have made it this far. I would have just given up. Or you see the other thing of that the person will be up there and say, I made it. I did it all. And all those people who said I could not do it, well, I thank them too because they motivated me to get up here and do it and finish it and get this award or accomplish this task. They're talking about something that happened way, way back in their childhood, maybe, or maybe when they're teenage years, maybe, or maybe just each and every day their parents just encouraging them, right? They're talking about something that may not be present, right? That may not be a present situation, something that somebody said to them earlier in their life that had an effect so far that it affected them throughout their lives until they reached the point of where they got their award or where they accomplished something, is where they completed the task. They remember that. That person remembers those words. That person remembers, I wouldn't have done this without that person kind of pushing me, kind of saying, hey, this you can do this. You are very good at this. You can handle it. You can accomplish it. But when you do hear those negative words or negative connotations, whatever it is about you, does kind of give you, kind of says, wow, I don't want to hear those negative words about me. You might be at work and they say something negative about you, and you'd be, wow, I didn't know they thought about me like that. I don't like that. And that may affect you. That may be like, wow, I didn't know. That may make you sad, down, whatever, right? And so if you think about that, if you know that words have an effect and then you figure out, okay, words have an effect. So I don't want to hear but negative words because negative words can affect me. Or I want to hear a lot of positive words because positive words can affect me. Now you know that they have an effect. Now you can see different situations. You could think about situations that words have affected your life. Another thing that words are meant to do is to inspire. They're supposed to inspire you. Now, have you ever been to like a sporting event or have you ever participated in a sporting event and you're about to go on the field and the coach gets you all around, gets you in the huddle and says, this big, long 2, 3 minute speech or whatever. I don't know. I guess long is not 2, 3 minutes, but they say this little speech in there to say, hey, go out and win the game, get the ball, be aggressive and make sure that you win. The coach is inspiring you with his words or with her words. The words are meant to inspire. They can inspire you. They can also make you not inspired, right? They can also kind of put you down. If you're hearing positive words, if you're hearing the positive words that are meant to inspire you, then it is going to be a good thing because now you're like saying, oh, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. And then someone says some words to you that are positive and are meant to inspire you. And then you get a little more confident and you're going to say, I think I can do this. I think that I can accomplish this now. And not for any other reason, but someone believed in you. Someone gave you some good positive words. Someone gave you the kind of vision of, hey, you can't accomplish this thing. All they did was say some words to you. All they did was say the words to you that would inspire you. All they did was give you some words. They didn't give you anything else. They didn't say, hey, they give you this awesome thing over here, awesome thing over there. All they did was come and talk to you and inspire you with their words. Just words, nothing else. Think about this when you say yes or no to somebody. That is still the power in the word, right? Because of the fact you're saying yes or no to their request, or you're saying yes and no to someone else, right? And that can affect how they perceive you, and that can affect how you perceive them based on what they asked you to do. So that can have an effect on you too. Like if you go to do something and you're like, yes, I've done it right, I've done this, I've done that, or whatever. and you go and you're excited about it, and someone tells you something about, yeah, that's not what we wanted to do. So you understand when you're hearing those negative connotations, negative words, 12 times greater than anyone else. Another thing to think about is going to be, you know, the power word. Ever overshared in your life, you have ADHD, then you know the power words because you are oversharing. You are in that situation, you're oversharing. And the reason that you kind of feel bad about oversharing is because you have shared too much. You have spoken too much about some subject. You have just given all the information, everything you could out of your mind to this one person, and you've spoken enough words that you consider that you have overshared now. And that person may not be offended, they may not think anything about it, but you believe that you overshared. So what happens when you overshare? You believe that one, you overshare, and then you believe that other person's gonna think something different of you and what you want them to think of you. Let's remember that words do reassure you. They are one of the things that can reassure you. Like if you're not sure whether you're going right or left or wherever, you're not going the right direction, not doing something right. Someone can come by and give you some words, and they will help to reassure you about what you're doing, what direction you're going, what you should do, what you should change. They reassure you that you are doing something right. So it's great when you have some words for somebody, they have some words for you to let you know that, hey, you're doing a good job. You're doing this, you're doing well, you're going in the right direction. You are getting all the parts done, whatever you want to do, you're doing everything that you need to do. That reassurance is good because you may be at the point that you just don't know. You're like, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Kinda looked at this and that seemed a little bit right. I kinda looked at this and that seemed a little bit right, but I jumped and went into this direction. Not sure if I'm gonna go the right direction if I go that way. Or you just are, down and out and you're just like, man, I can't, I'm just messing up everything today, not doing well. I'm not accomplishing what I want to accomplish today. And someone comes by and says, hey, you're doing a great job today. And that gives you reassurance. That gives you reassurance about what you're doing, what direction you're going, what you are going to do later, or whatever you're trying to accomplish right now. Words give that reassurance to you when you need it. And it's awesome when you do get it because then that just inspires you to keep going. That inspires you to say, hey, I'm doing something right. I'm doing this right. I'm going in this right direction. And I was really wondering if I was going the right direction. I wasn't sure. I'll tell you a story real quick. I went and did like the whole ropes course thing. I tried to get some reassurance. I wanted some reassurance from the guy down there, girl down there trying to help me. I was not having, I was scared. I was just like, hey, I ropes course. No, being up on a rope and trying to cross something. Nope. 20 feet up? No. There was no way to reassure me on that day when I did that course. They reassured me I could get down, but I wasn't being reassured about going any further on that course. And it was like 5 minutes into the course. The point is, they were there to reassure me that I could get down. And consider this, written words might have just as much power, value, and effect as spoken words a lot of times. Because, yeah, somebody comes to you and speaks something to you, like not that you like, or maybe something you really like, and that can affect your mood and outlook, right? But if you do a project, if you're doing something for school, if you turn something into somebody and you like have done your best and you did everything that you can do, and you want to get that A or you want to get that, hey, you did a good job. You do not want to get that, oh, this is not good, this is a bad job. You don't want to get that. But depending on what you get as a written letter, it's going to affect how you feel about the work that you did, right? Or you're submitting something over for like a job, a resume for a job or whatever. You've written everything out. You've gotten your experience on that. You've gotten your schooling on that. You think you've given all the right information, and then you submit it over. And you submit it over, and the computer checks it over and says yes or no that this is not the right resume that we're looking for right now. If you finally get to the person that is going to decide whether you get the job, the hiring manager or whatever, they're going to look at your resume again, and based on that resume, they're going to look at it and make a decision as to whether to call you in for an interview. Now, when you get to the interview, it's all about your spoken words, except what is on your resume that the hiring manager, the person interview, is going to keep looking down and asking you questions about it. Again, looking at the written words on the paper, even though we're talking a lot about spoken word, written words have the same amount of powers. All those words, all those things that people can say to you, all those things that people can communicate with you through written words. Maybe you write love letters or whatever to your spouse or mate, whatever, right? The written words, and that can really affect somebody. Maybe you just send a card to somebody. Just think about that. Think about that. Not only that spoken word can have an effect on you, but written words can have a huge effect on you as well. And they both have power. They both have value. They both can reassure you, or they both can really have an effect on you. And maybe you even overshare in written words just as bad as oversharing in the regular effect of spoken word, right? I ask you a question and you give them a 3-page paper on the question that they asked and only want a couple sentences. That can be bad. That can be oversharing because you've just written out everything that you have. That what you write, what you speak, both can have a significant effect. So, what do you think about this? Do you think that gives you a different opinion of words in general, the power that they have, the power and value that they have in your life, and how you view them, and how maybe you think of them now and saying, those positive affirmations might be a really good thing going forward? Or you think, well, I still don't believe in positive affirmations. And this is good, but this is just not going to convince me that they are still a good thing. Whichever, let me know. Just leave a comment and leave a like and a comment below or in that comment section there. And I appreciate that. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful and great day.
Thank you for watching this episode or listening to this episode of the Rewire Fitness Podcast. If you're on YouTube or a podcast app, go and click the subscribe button for me. And if you're on YouTube, ring the notification bell as well as leave a like and a comment. And just a reminder, if you're on YouTube, you can listen to all episodes on any digital platform. Thank you again and have a great day.